Welcome to Instant Discussions, episode 37.
In a row?
Yes. I'm just waiting for that one. Good thing we made the, yeah, so people understand that one. I keep clicking out of this thing. So, tonight we are discussing Super. Which is fun, because apparently it doesn't show up on Apple TV or on Roku. But it is on the computer, and it's on the iPad, so you can find it. It does exist on Netflix Instant Watch, just not everywhere. So we're going to be watching along on the little iPad here, and we're gonna hit play now.
Can't drink my tea.
You could drink your tea if you gave up on the hood.
This is more complicated. This is more complicated than I really want it to be.
Will you go for the comedy or? There you go. You see, Super had he had a little thing here.
He's got a little.
Now you just look sexual.
The Crimson Bolt. See, I call him Super because the name of the movie is Super. But
No, his name's
the Crimson Bolt.
And
Bolty. That'd be my whiteboard there, if you will. Yes.
Oh my God! I didn't know there's.
Oh, you ruined it all! Now I can't read any of it. We start off with learning about his life.
Well, they start off learning about his two best days of his life, which says a lot about him.
Yeah, he doesn't have the best life, but he's...
It's not quite Kevin Spacey masturbating in the shower, but...
No. That was Superman Returns?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's an interesting guy. Not really a winner.
No way.
No. Yeah, I had forgotten about I had seen this one before, and I had forgotten about that the opening scene with the butt.
The random boobs.
Boobs. Boobage.
Yeah, interesting. He's not the best artist.
No, but he tries, and he's very proud of it.
Oh yeah, he draws quite a bit.
I like the big hands.
I like it too that the comic of the Jesus comics were the same, like just as terrible of drawings. So then it allowed him to relate more. So, where did you first see this movie?
I first saw it on Netflix.
Okay.
It came out a while ago. Rainn Wilson was on K-Rock talking about it, and I was like, "Oh my lord, I want to see this."
I missed it when it was in theaters. It was in limited release, but it happened to be at the same theater that I was doing Rocky Horror in. And I wanted to get down there and see it before the show started, but I didn't get down there in time. That's kind of the one of the nice things about the Rocky Horror being in small art house theaters is generally those theaters will also play the films that are in limited release, and so you know when they're out there and when they're playing. But I just didn't make it down there in time to see it. So as soon as it got on DVD, I got it from Netflix through the discs, and it's a violent movie. But you hadn't seen this yet.
No, I hadn't.
Okay.
And you hadn't seen it either, right, John?
No, I'd seen it.
Oh, okay.
I have.
So
as well. I really,
First watch.
So,
watched it today at about 1 in the morning or something.
That's about when I watched it. I watched it a little later.
It was right when you messaged, and we had that little thing discovering that it wasn't on.
Wasn't on there.
I was like literally about to watch it, and I was just doing something else. I was like, oh,
that's one of the fears with this show is when you get to an episode that and then they take it off Netflix. Now that they no longer tell you when they're going to take them off,
I really wish that they just say, hey, look, we reserve the right to remove these at any time. This
it's not like I'm going to cancel my subscription because they took a movie off there.
Well, I watched it last week like a responsible watcher.
Yeah, well, we want it to be more fresh in our memories. So I was taking some notes down there, which is lucky because now I can't look up on the iPad, so I took down some things. So we've got... Yeah.
Shut up, crime.
Click. Yes. Shut up, crime. It's one of the best superhero catchphrases
Shut up,
ever.
crime.
So simple. Shut up, crime. Just, yeah.
What is it? No butts?
Yes. All of it.
I love that part.
No butts!
He doesn't really have...
and then he just beats the woman, too. That's just so...
He doesn't really have a degree of settings of
it's either bad
retaliation.
or good.
Yeah, but in how he's getting back at someone, if you're no matter what you're doing, if you're dealing drugs, molesting kids, or cutting in line, it's always a wrench to the head. And wrenches can hurt, especially
cutting in line is just as bad as rape sometimes.
It could be bad sometimes. Depends on, like, if you're standing in that line, you get something you really want to see. What if there's a cutoff there? And
like if you're cutting in line to go rape a woman.
You gotta wait your turn.
Wait your turn.
Yeah.
This cartoon intro, I really like it. It's fun. I think my favorite part about it is the very end of the cartoon intro where they're all like catching their breath.
Oh yeah,
It was the dance number.
I love I love the cracked out
like
Liv
that
Tyler. It's how hot is that? Her just all messed up, just waiting for some loving.
Well, she saw it. Yeah.
Steven Tyler agrees.
Yeah, if that was he could get drunk and probably bang Liv Tyler. She's that hot.
Yeah, it may have happened.
Because he's a rock star, so.
Yeah, it's one of those crazy things because he's going around with much younger girls than her nowadays. But
and Ellen Page showing off her no boobies.
I think someone was talking about that the retaliation for the karma in the world for him going around and sleeping with everyone's daughter is that his daughter was then super hot, so he has to live with all the guys going after his daughter. So that was the karmic retribution for that. Anyway,
she is gorgeous.
I really like her in a lot of things. Even in Jersey Girl, I think she was really good in that one. She wasn't J-Lo. She was a good one in that one.
She was the only good part of that, except for J-Lo dying.
And then the other Ben Affleck movie she was in.
Well, Lord of the Rings.
Well,
yeah, Lord of the Rings.
I was going to say too, Armageddon.
Armageddon was a good one.
Oh yeah, she was in Armageddon.
Yeah,
are you kidding me?
Well, she was in Armageddon with.
I don't remember Armageddon.
And they had the Aerosmith song. So it's,
I don't want to close my eyes.
So they have like the heartbreaking scenes with Liv Tyler and her father singing over it. It's just I like that comedy in there.
Don't want to miss a thing.
So the two main stars of this movie, Rainn Wilson and Ellen Page, who were also in Juno together.
Rainn Wilson's in Juno?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
He's a store clerk in that one. He's got some back and forth. If he's got
he's not in there that much though.
He's got a few scenes. He's not the co-star in it, but similarly to the way that Rainn Wilson goes in to see Ellen Page at the comic book store, it's kind of similar in when she goes in to whatever convenience store that he's working in.
And was the Jesus guy, is he from the Captain Hammer?
Yes, Nathan Fillion.
He's Captain Hammer, right?
Nathan Fillion was Captain Hammer. So seeing him in a very similar role again. Also Captain Malcolm Reynolds in Firefly and Castle right now on TV.
I still haven't seen that one.
Castle, I like it. I just like Nathan Fillion. So we also have Kevin Bacon as a villain.
As a villain, but at the beginning he's kind of a nice villain. He's not being too much of a dick.
But he's a complete dick in that first scene when he's giving the breakfast maid because he knows what he's doing.
Oh yeah.
It's just that Rainn Wilson doesn't know, and he's terrible. He is
That's pretty awful.
Yeah. He's really great at playing this bad guy.
But what a pussy he is. If somebody comes in and asks for your wife like that and then just sits down.
Michael Rooker in this scene, it just reminds me exactly of Mallrats as he's eating there. It looks like he's eating chocolate-covered pretzels.
Remember
that scene? You didn't know that scene. It's a good scene.
I know that scene.
No, he doesn't know that scene.
I don't know that scene. You know that scene.
Yeah.
I know that scene.
You know that scene. He doesn't know that
You
scene.
know the chocolate-covered pretzel scene?
Yeah.
What is it? Huh?
You'll see.
Okay, so
We'll
Rainn Wilson, how out of his league is he with Liv Tyler?
Oh,
He's
completely.
the biggest loser. At least he can have a good job, but no, he's flipping burgers.
Yeah, but she is. She's going through rehab and working on this. She has a lot of issues that she's working out.
She's a coke whore.
Yeah, so that's why you can see. Yeah, if she had her life together, no, she wouldn't be with Rainn Wilson.
She makes me want to slang coke.
Yeah, and that's why, in the end, it doesn't work out with them because once she gets her life together, she doesn't need him anymore. But he understands that.
Which is it's an amazing ending.
Yeah.
I love
so
the ending is
beautiful because he's it's not just going after her; he wants to protect her, and that doesn't mean he needs to be with her. It just means he wants her to have a good life, to be safe.
Yeah.
So he's able to accomplish.
And it's
that.
funny, he knows that she's only going through the motions. He knows that she feels obligated.
Yeah.
But he's just doing it so she can get to that point. But then I feel bad for him because he's.
Yeah. Well, he's such a good guy.
He's not going to have anybody.
Except just killing so many people.
No, he has somebody as the ending insinuates.
Well,
he's got a family.
Oh, the bunny?
He's got a bunny.
Yeah. He has sex with a bunny?
That and...
Is that what you thought?
No, not her kids.
Well,
she's like extended at that point.
Yeah,
like
he's the extended family.
Well, they call
her
him uncle, but still though, like he's not.
No, I think that's happy. He has happiness.
He's happy.
He's got his memories, the moments that he's drawing, because he only has 2 happy moments
Yeah.
before that, and after this, after everything he's been through, he gains so much more happiness. So he's not in it for that same kind of. He doesn't need that kind of relationship. He just wants to be happy. So anyway, the other co-villain there, Michael Rooker, who was also in The Walking Dead and Mallrats, and played one of the serial killers in the Portrait of a Serial Killer. Can't remember which serial killer.
I haven't seen anything else.
Yeah, he's done a ton of stuff, but he's an interesting character actor thing. I mostly just know him from Mallrats, where you also see his butt.
And Walking Dead.
And Walking Dead. You smoking there?
I'm burping. I'm trying not to burp in your guys' face. It's a relish.
The third main villain that we have is the director's brother.
Oh, that him?
Yes.
He's like kind of comic relief.
He's
His systems are stupid stuff.
I like his character. He's some funny stuff in there. With the weird haircut.
Yeah.
Apparently, James Gunn, the director, always gives his brother a stupid haircut in every movie he puts him in.
That's awesome.
It's like,
It's pretty awesome.
I'll put you in a movie, but you gotta have a stupid haircut.
I'm so doing it to my brother.
Reverse mohawk.
But James Gunn, the director of this, he plays Satan in the movie, with the Nathan Fillion.
Oh, that's him?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the director.
I like this preamble to the tentacles.
All right, no.
Because later on, when the tentacles
Yes.
start coming out of the walls,
I love that in there. Except on watching this again, I realize he's flipping through the channels. What channel has tentacle porn on it?
hentai.
Because
Yeah,
I mean, there's the director.
it's on the hentai. Hentai all the time.
I don't get that channel.
It's right after
You're
the
missing
Jesus Network.
He must be playing for some sort of premium channels.
Oh yeah.
Like
Well, look at him. He obviously needs to.
the AJN, the All Jesus Network.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's the only thing that bugged me in this one. Like, wait, that was some graphic tentacle porn to be on TV just flipping through.
Well, I mean, if you could, they have so many packages. They gotta have the jerk off package.
In this reality, I guess they have it.
Now that he's single,
Yeah,
he's ordered that package.
I would.
of course, you gotta have it. Or maybe it was one that Liv Tyler had beforehand.
That's true.
Oh, I like the thought of that.
She probably was with all the stuff that she was into.
She's into the hentai
I'm
stuff.
sure. He seems more into the All Jesus Network.
Yeah.
That seems more his speed. I was writing down some movies that this one made me think of. The first 3 that we've discussed here. So Special, of course, another hero movie. And in this one, he's got the visions where he's seeing tentacles and hearing Jesus, or at least the Nathan Fillion Jesus. So he's having these visions, and it's kind of part of it in his head.
Yeah.
And in Special, you've got way more in his head. But that one actually has the superpowers. Different things they've gone about with it, but also the ordinary man becoming a superhero. God Bless America. I thought once it gets to
I haven't seen that either.
yeah, but
I haven't seen that or Kick-Ass.
but God Bless America we talked about with in this.
Oh, I'm sorry. Not I was thinking of a different movie.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the one. Like, you saw that? No, I'm a liar.
I'm sorry.
Unless we're out of order here. Maybe we haven't done that one yet. We've been primered.
We've been primered. Yeah, I was about to say. We're back at point A!
Does that mean you're bored out of your mind?
Wait, no. You'd be bored out of your mind.
Oh, okay.
It's not in-betweeners.
Yeah!
It's great. Too much time travel in this episode. All right. Yeah, God Bless America. When it's him and Bolte going around.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they're... Especially, like, when they're in the store as well. Like, it looked like just the scene from God Bless America. But it's that same kind of relationship where she's, like, really anxious and more infatuated with him and, like, wants a sexual relationship with him. He's like, no! No!
Oh, yeah, that rape scene was super controversial.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, though. It's really hard, like, to rape a dude if he has a boner. You know what I mean? Like, if a guy has a boner, that's a borderline.
Are you saying that, like, anytime you ever have a boner, that you just want to go at it?
No, but, like, if it was some dude who was on top of me, I would not have an erection. But if it's Ellen Page, and, I'm just trying to say
You mean
no.
just some dude, not
Well,
I'm pretty sure there's some dudes that we could get on you. That
Well,
could-
Brad Pitt doesn't
Yeah,
count.
I'm saying.
No.
Okay.
So
So
take Brad Pitt out of the yes.
All right.
Any dude, like, I'd just be like, I wouldn't be able to get a boner. Like, it would not. He could suck on that thing all he wants, and I would just be vomiting on the back of his head.
So what if like a girl sat in front of a dude on top of you?
Well, now you're getting.
I think it's possible.
And she moaned and made lots of noises.
This the scene there is.
And there's a guy that's on your dick.
But then it'd go instantly down.
We're gonna make this happen.
No.
This is an experiment that we need to try.
Maybe if it's a guy who's dressed up as a green witch.
We're gonna call it Mythbusters. We're gonna make this happen.
Mythbusters.
Can Tony?
Sustained erection.
I like the scene with the car. The comedy in Kevin Smith's Villain of the "Touch My Car One More Time." Like I meant a time after that. If you and then that wasn't the kind of touching I was talking about. Right? Just doesn't want to get into it. Then also Dr. Horrible. Mostly the connections of the portrayal of Captain Hammer's character. It's kind of like
I think I picked those top 3, right?
you pick special. You pick. I think
You picked Dr. Horrible though. I think, didn't you?
No, I picked it.
Yeah, he picked it.
Yeah.
Oh, he was
Yeah,
drunk
yeah.
when he watched it. Yeah, you picked.
I know you picked the first
and then you picked Super as well.
Yeah,
You
you
got
can see the trend. Yeah.
movies that you like.
Yeah.
So I picked Kick Ass on the list, which we won't go into depth talking about because we haven't. That's not on Instant Watch.
I was noting that when I was watching this movie. I'm like, man, Netflix is gonna think that like this is the type of movie I really want to see. And it's because Tony keeps picking them.
That's the thing with Netflix is it goes based on what you watch as in addition to. It's like because you watch. I'm like no,
Stop it.
don't think that about me.
Yeah, for like those few moments when it was because you watched the In-Betweeners, I was like, stop it! No!
It was for me the same way after we did Trigun. It's like just seeing all this anime TV shows to me. I'm like, no, I don't want any of this.
Actually, I like that about the.
Well, yeah. See, that's the thing. Like when it's something you like,
because it was the In-Betweeners, and it suggested like The Pianist and
Liar.
A few more games.
Liar.
I know. I'm sorry. What, Romeo and Juliet?
Yeah. So the ones that James Gunn directed.
I have not seen any of this.
Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of them, but here we go. Romeo and Juliet. He was uncredited as director
Horrible.
in that. Okay.
I've seen a lot of their movies. Those are horrible.
But you can tell he kind of came out of the Troma Pictures thing with the way he does his
especially
score
with
and stuff.
yeah, exactly.
He's an amazing director. Like has great quality to it. So he grew out of that. But I recommend checking out some Troma Picture,
it's fun,
Toxic
though.
Avengers on Instant Watch. That's a good one to check out. It's
God, that's such.
they're so
It's so
cheaply
bad, it's
made, but
good.
they're fun. They're just having fun.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
So it's not yet. So
No, I know. I can't wait to see it though.
yeah, that's the one that's coming out. I think that's because of Super that he got that movie because seeing what he can do with this kind of superhero movie, and plus he wrote this one too. So
He wrote.
he wrote Super.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, James Gunn wrote and directed Super.
Slither too.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one.
Have you seen Slither?
I haven't seen anything on this whole list.
Yeah.
Oh,
the
dude,
specials I haven't
perfect.
seen. Scooby Doo. Have you seen Scooby Doo? Live action Scooby Doo.
Yeah.
He also he wrote on that one and wrote on Scooby Doo too.
That one would be the only one where I'm not really sure if I've seen that.
Yeah, Dawn of the Dead, the remake of Dawn of the Dead. He wrote on that one. He didn't. He wrote that one. Didn't direct it.
Gosh, I just love what this scene is saying about. It's basically
the
like
penis
it's God rape.
Yeah, that's God.
It's God rape.
That's happened in many different religious things as well. In Greek mythology, there's God rape.
It's so awful.
There's and it kind of is in Christianity too, but it's non-touching God rape. It's being impregnated by God.
Yeah, it's consensual, right?
Yeah.
And I guess I finally kind of gotten over this this phobia of mine. By the
Of
way,
penises coming towards you and trying to slit your head open?
no, any kind of brain surgery.
Brain surgery. You've been overexposed to it now.
Yeah, I've been a little
desensitized.
bit. The first time it was the Phineas Gage. I watched the Phineas Gage video in high school, my AP psych class, and I almost passed out and almost puked. Like I was, not having it.
It's a crazy thought to have your brain being worked on while you're awake.
I love the little. It's like
It looked like a corn dog at first, and I thought it was.
It
but
might be. I have to remember. I've heard so many discussions with this. I think I've heard the commentary track. I had to listen to the commentary track when I had the DVD here. But I think they did say it was like a corn dog or something. Something odd. Maybe just looked like one, I don't know. But this is like the big CGI moment in the whole
that's like the only
thing, yeah. Other than that, it's mostly just squibs and blood and everything.
and that crazy animation at the beginning.
Well,
So I was writing down...
one more CGI moment at the end.
Wow. Which one? Which one at the end? The CGI?
Ellen Page.
Is it CGI?
It might. I'll check again.
We'll have to see. We'll have to check again.
I thought it was, but
It might be some touched up, but a lot of that was some practical stuff that they were doing.
because with all the makeup you can't really create a hole in someone's face. And I was pretty sure that there was negative space where there shouldn't have been, but
Probably they could have done that, but I think that was just the most CGI was that scene at least. That hood looks like the Red Hood. Another one that you pick.
Yep.
You guys see the theme here? Huh?
Yeah. Just picking the same movie over and over again. Let's see how this person tells that story. Let's see how this person tells that story. Yeah. No, I didn't mind it. That's all right. So the people that he goes after drug dealers.
Mm-hmm.
He goes after child molesters.
Mm-hmm.
That child molester scene, as like,
Oh god, it was
it's
hilarious.
terrible.
Yeah, but it was funny at the end.
It's so bad. Yeah. Line cutters.
Oh,
Possible vandals. The person who keyed the car, who may have keyed the car, not necessarily know that they did.
Well, he thought they did.
He thought they did, but at the end. And then towards the end, we get to kidnappers, murderers, and rapists.
Yeah. And like drug cartels.
But the way that he goes after
Huge.
them, well, drug dealer,
Huge drug dealer.
the way he goes after them, he commits vigilantism,
Mercenary.
assault and battery, trespassing,
Mm-hmm.
with the guy who keyed the car, breaking and entering, murder, and between the two of them, rape.
Right.
Yeah, because she rapes him. So they're guilty of quite a lot of the same, except not child molesters or drug dealing. They're not really doing
As long as
that.
she is actually 22.
I think she is.
she's more of a
in the
molesting
show.
child.
Yeah, man.
That's deep. That's
She's
what she said.
yeah. I think she's compared to as it's the way that she says it earlier too, because she points out that compared to you, I'm a child, for the kid sidekick thing. So she says, "Yeah, I'm not a kid, but compared to your age, I'm a kid." And then later on goes and does that. So
She says she's 22.
yeah, she says she's 22. Just since he's so much older, and now she's a midget.
I mean, the one thing that is definitely, except for Ellen Page's character, is the drugs thing, because she does drugs.
Yes.
Ooh,
Ellen Page's character.
what'd she do? She smoked weed or something?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure at the party, and
Well-
one of the very, and when he shows up and the bullet like in the one, I was pretty sure that.
She was in the other room with that guy.
Yeah, they were making out.
I don't know if they were doing that, but Liv Tyler definitely did.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah, she's got her problems with that.
Oh, heroin.
Yeah. So they
You have to do it in my toes because my mom checks my arms.
That's funny though. Like, he cut out the mask and he just then figures out that it's a mask. It's like really.
he's doesn't always put everything together so quickly. Yeah. Good job.
He actually has. Besides it looking so amateur, his kind of like his costume.
His costume's good. I like the details on it of the patches and the re-sewn parts.
There's
and
like
things.
a belt loop right here to bridge.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm taking it as this scene that we see of him putting together the costume isn't all of what took. I think he had tried it on and it didn't work and put it on again, or realized there were holes in it. To believe that the patch
That all happened at once.
that he's got there, because all right, in reality, it would happen all at once as they designed the costume that has the patches and the wrong sewn up parts there. But I think that to believe those patches and those sewn up parts, you have to believe that he did trial and error with it and didn't just sew it once and go through, because he's got to do those patch and parts, or else they'd just be costume stuff. And I don't
Well,
think
some of those
he's going
patches
after
you
that.
look at, they're just randomly placed.
They are.
Don't make sense.
I think that he
That
would have had
ruined the movie for
to
me.
accidentally cut through it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sometimes it can ruin the believability in a costume if you're like,
Was there a patch
did he-
right in the center
yeah.
for nothing?
Because it's supposed to add to that. It's like the
And it does fit extremely well for it being.
yeah. It's supposed to look. It shouldn't look as a one-piece perfect costume because he's never sewn stuff before. He had to have either sewn a little bit or Liv Tyler had to have sewn because he's got a sewing machine and he didn't go out and buy that. Yeah, I think they should have shown that scene if he would have went out and bought it. I mean, maybe he's got one lying around.
See, what's better,
He did
his
go out and buy
sewing
the fabric.
skill, his skill to make a costume, or his drawing skill?
Costume.
I don't know.
His
Getting
costume's pretty bad.
His artwork is kind of his own style. I mean, I could say that the costume could be kind of tough, but I made one of those really quickly. I don't know.
So you're just telling me you're not talented at making costumes?
I love he goes in there and just
Tell
talks.
him not to do that.
He talks about
Yeah.
his beard not being fake.
It's not. It's a real beard.
Yeah.
People wanted me to be a real beard sailor because my beard was so real that I had to write this report. Yeah, selling drugs. Where are all the drugs being sold? I need to write a report on drugs being sold in areas around here. Yeah, those are good times.
That happens so frequently in all these like movies that he's been picking, where it's the superhero and he just doesn't. They just don't know how to be inconspicuous
No.
at all
Yeah,
about it.
yeah.
It'd be,
You know what?
They're very
it would be
conspicuous.
interesting for a movie to come out where like that combats that takes this whole like NSA business that's been going on and they're trying to be a superhero at the same time thing.
That could be interesting with it. There's some interesting stuff that goes on with both Kick-Ass movies, where you see the different versions of people who understand it and people who don't. But yeah, definitely with the NSA stuff, maybe keeping more tracks on, especially if they're doing all these searches. But he's going to the library for it,
Yeah,
so that's.
That's better, yeah.
That's smarter than just searching it at home.
you don't Google search it.
No. So how to be a superhero?
See,
way
so
to fight crime.
he's like fighting this guy, and he's doing. You can tell he didn't try to practice at all.
No.
There's no martial arts skill. He's like slapping him. They're like in third grade.
He says,
fighting.
"I'm going to take this guy down," and even the drugs he's selling, like not even real drugs, sunflower seeds. Plus, he was a pretty nice guy to those kids, other than the misleading them.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
was being pretty nice with them, and I think I would feel more bad for him if he'd sold them actual drugs because he was being so nice about it, sealing them, and it's just on the pot. But once he's ripping them off and not selling them actual pot, then it's like, oh, he's kind of a jerk for doing that. So
Yeah.
for not actually selling drugs.
But that's just it shows how like dumb he is. And then he goes in the comic store. He's like, I need superheroes that don't have powers. Like,
It's a good discussion with this too. Although she should have pointed out that Batman is also a billionaire.
yeah,
Like
that helps.
yeah, but some of the stuff he uses you can get more low cost. But yeah, the Iron Man one. I mean, come on, can't afford that.
Oh no! Yeah, on top of it, like try to make that that small reactor.
The arc reactor.
Arc reactor. Like
Once you got that technology, it's super technology that doesn't exist. Very energy efficient.
What was it? It was Batman, Green Arrow.
Batman, Green Arrow. She had said Captain America, but he's a super soldier.
Yeah.
So that doesn't work.
Then he's got a shield made out of like
The strongest material ever. Which is why you get that great moment with the Thor's hammer.
oh yeah, Thor hammer.
Yeah, but he's a tactical genius. People don't realize that's his number one like attribute.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's a leader.
Yeah, he's got all of that, but that is in addition to
Yeah.
being a super soldier with a super serum and having that strength. That helps because when you're going against people that have all of the military training that you have, you can then beat them. So when he's going after people who have had experience fighting, he's got to get something ahead of them. So I guess the element of surprise and shock at seeing a guy in a costume be like, what the... And in that time, smashing them with the pipe.
I loved it.
Tackles.
See, but every time I watch, like, right for the first scene when he hits him, the first guy, like, I get excited every time he just pulls it out and just beats somebody.
It's some good blood in there. This scene,
Child
though,
molester.
there's something about seeing scenes like that with child molesters. It's that type of thing where, like, I understand that thieves exist and murders exist, and like, I've seen those other ones, but like. That anytime in any movie or TV show or on the news when they talk about like child molesters in that way, I'm like, seriously, there's people. It's just terrible.
Yeah,
I can't believe it. So that scene like looked so crazy to me. I'm like, no, he can't be really. Oh yeah, the zip of the pants. It's so terrible. I hate to be that actor to be cast in that role. And especially since it's a smaller movie, it's just...
Or, like, irreversible.
Well, like, it depends, like...
Yeah, it was the worst.
It depends on how many people are going to see the movie, since in your hometown and that, and...
I love his smoke screen.
Because the problem being that role is like, well, if you're a good actor and you do it believable, then it's just like...
Yeah. But the thing is, if you're...
So creepy.
I'm saying if you're a bigger actor, though...
Oh, my God.
And if more people know you as an actor in other
like
roles...
a big penis?
That too. If people know you for other roles, then they might be able to associate you with something else that you've done. In addition to that, they'll say, "Oh, he did that, but he also did all these other ones." But when you're just some random actor and they see you in the grocery store and all they think about you.
Do you guys watch Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
Yes.
No.
The Charlie's uncle. I remember him. Oh God, he plays such a good pervert.
Yeah.
Crazy. Oh, so here comes Liv Tyler all coked out, which that turned me on so much.
But they're drugging her out so they can rape her. That's what he's doing.
It's implied.
It's terrible. Don't. Stop it. Stop being turned on by that.
Tony's up that one.
How can you be turned on by that and not turned on by men?
They have penises, and penises have veins in them. It's gross. I don't know how guys are gay.
Yeah.
Penises. I can tell if a guy's handsome too.
Unlike boobs, they don't have any veins.
Yeah.
But I can tell when a guy's handsome. But he just has a penis, and penises are disgusting.
The hammer is a penis.
He does.
So favorite scenes in this one?
The butter scene. Because it's like I got so excited, but if it was anyone else, I'd be like, this sick asshole. See somebody kill this guy.
I like the delivery he has.
I feel like a kid.
No, when he says "go fuck yourself."
Oh, him.
The way he delivers that line, it's very instructive.
And you can tell he's a prick.
Yeah.
And you can tell he's just a prick.
Yeah.
But he doesn't deserve to get his head split in half. And then his chick, too.
Most of these people do not deserve what they're getting. Like, some of them do.
Yeah, the child molester.
Yeah, the child molesters do, the rapists do. But a lot of them do not, especially the line cutter. Doesn't deserve it. Although it's that fantasy moment thing.
I love you. Yeah, you've been in situations where you wish you could do that to somebody.
Why are they cutting a line? If you just smash them, don't. Why are you smashing my head in? Why are you cutting a line? Stop doing that. Shut up, crime. Exactly. It's the frustrated thing where you can't think of anything else to do except smash him in the head, and it's that same thing with this catchphrase of can't think of anything else to say except shut up. Just stop. Just stop. Stop doing it. I don't want to sit in a long discussion about why you should stop doing crime. Just stop it. Now. Stop it.
Cool.
Yes.
No, I think at least before you smash a guy's head in, you cut in front of him and his friends.
But if you cut in front of but then it's more of a fight about space and all of that.
Yeah,
this is more
it would take it away.
principle.
Yeah, it's a principle thing.
Yeah, because then it's like that thing of someone cutting you off and then you
Oh,
going around and cutting them off.
I'm sorry. I have my morals twisted here.
No, I'm saying
You should really just smash him in the head.
No,
I forgot where I was.
the point of it is gone. If someone cuts in front of you, if you're driving, someone cuts in front of you, cuts you off, and then you go around them and cut them off, then you start getting in a heated discussion, and then you smash his head in. It's about the back and forth. It's about that fight that you've gotten into. It's not about the principle of cutting him off anymore. If you just cut him off and get back at him and do that, and don't do the smashing the head in, then that's better.
You guys missed it. The crying sex.
Oh.
Oh, God, that was good. They're both crying while they're having sex. That's awesome.
But for him to cut and then bash the head in is just this is why you're doing that.
Yeah.
It's not about any interaction we've had with each other.
It's like any other asshole who's just trying to be like a pissing contest.
Yeah.
It has to be about the principle of it. That's why you're cheering him on.
I'm still saying it's not. He shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah.
But
could also just
it gets that point across. He could just threaten him.
That would have made a good movie.
But this one it's that stark reaction that just says this is retaliation on crime, and he sees every single crime as a crime or not a crime.
Yeah.
Just break his leg.
That's what it is.
Like when
He's
people
got one move.
Can't walk anymore.
Like he's got one move.
You know, people walk their dog and they just let their dog shit anywhere and don't pick it up.
Yeah, you're supposed to bash their head in.
That's not like I know how he feels because sometimes I just want to go and donkey punch them.
Like this girl that doesn't like. It's like, why are you doing?
Oh yeah. So favorite scenes? I said mine.
It's interesting, like the whole superhero thing with all these like independent films, where it's just all like never about forgiveness, and it can't ever be about like forgiveness or.
No, that's not. Yeah, that's not what it's about.
Yeah.
And it would be a different.
And that's the key thing. Like that's always like the key difference. Is like, oh, they just can't forgive somebody, and then that's why they become a superhero. It's like,
yeah, it wouldn't be that movie. It wouldn't be as interesting if that movie.
I just think that's interesting that that's the pivot point for at least from what I can tell. Like,
it is. It's revenge.
The pivot point. It's always revenge. Yeah.
But it's a different way of revenge. I mean, that's in the newer ones especially. I think if you go back to like the Adam West Batman stuff, that a lot of that one is just him stopping them from what they're doing. Just stop, and that's why he doesn't hurt any of them. He doesn't try to hurt any of them.
Yeah.
He's not getting back at them. It's just stop.
He doesn't want to kill them.
And that's. I mean, there's a good amount of superheroes that just try to stop, but in these crazier ones with the violence is just, especially this one, he's getting back. It's like no, but he's a broken person.
That's
I like
like
the first bit. Super
badass too. No, but that's why I like Punisher so much. Like he just wants to get revenge on all evil,
and that's why he's not necessarily a good. He's in the comics. He's constantly either the good guys count him out as a good guy. They're like,
Captain America.
He's a villain
out of him.
Yeah. They see him as a villain, but he can also fight on their side. It's like I don't like these other guys.
But he only does it to bad guys though. That's the thing.
Yeah. It's kind of like the Dexter thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Yeah,
it's like the Dexter thing.
It's like he's terrible. He's a serial killer. But look closer. He's only killing bad guys.
Yeah.
It's that kind of thing. But Rainbow's not thinking this out as much. Or Crimson Bolt's not thinking out of.
Your next pick's going to be Boondock Saints?
I was just going to say that that's how they are.
Yeah.
So you like the rape scene?
I like the end speech that he gives before killing Kevin Bacon. I really like the butter scene, but that
when he's like on top.
Yeah, when he's about to kill him, and he's like. He's listing out the thing because Kevin Bacon's saying like you're crazy, man. It's not going to change anything what you're doing. It's not. It doesn't do anything. Why would you do this? It's because you don't steal. You don't deal drugs. You don't molest kids. You don't do this. That's why. Yeah, and then
he's
getting
so
involved.
Like, well, I'm never going to know if I don't try.
Yeah. Exactly. You might as well do it. But the heartbreaking. It's that thought of the other people getting upset at him for being so violent towards him, going and fighting back at them. Why you're doing this? It's his frustration at everyone else being so terrible around him. It's driven him to this. It's that same thing like with Godless America where he's shooting up people. It's like why don't you just stop being so terrible? And then I wouldn't be doing this.
Yep.
Godless America that is full of crazier. They're not killing people. But I like that line.
Like how he's changing in the car and his ass is just like you can see through the window and the boxers.
Mom.
The level of violence in this scene, especially too.
He's just like, I just saw you go over there. I'm like,
they showed him with underwear on, so I didn't count that as indecent exposure.
Oh shit! It's such a good crack.
It is.
I was watching this originally because I knew it was like kind of an indie film, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I was surprised how good that crack was.
That's one of the things I think James Gunn was really great. They did a really great job with the gore on this one. It's very satisfying and violent, and it's the low budget still being able to get that across. It's good stuff. How about you? Favorite scene?
Rape scene.
It's hard to say. Like,
Which rape scene?
The good one.
Instead of giving necessarily a favorite scene, I want to like kind of give a favorite. It'll be a little different, but it's kind of. I mean, you'll get the idea.
Yeah.
Because I think it's really well set up. Like their characters, like for Kevin Bacon, the egg scene, like that's so good.
You're like, you
and
asshole.
and
it's such a better scene.
And seeing his best 2 moments in life,
yeah,
and like that's what matters to him is being help getting back at bad people and his wife at the time, and then the ending as well. It's just those two. It's so set. I think it's just set up and
well structured, well balanced.
Yeah, it's just so it's really well structured and balanced. Yeah,
I thought I was interested in watching this again. It takes until halfway through the movie, or a little more than halfway, until Ellen Page actually joins up with him. And in rewatching that's like, it seems so short, and I think of them as like a duo, but it's really just about him, and then got this crazy relationship on with that.
It's like after doing Rocky Horror so many times, you realize how little Frankenfurter's actually in the film.
Mm-hmm. Like it's the Janet.
He's not really in that much.
It's a movie about Janet. It's her. She's the
Brad and Janet
star.
They're in it.
It's both of them, but it's like she gets much more stage time.
Does she?
Yeah,
a little bit.
I know that from playing both of them.
That's
but they're not matched up yet. He's still denying that he's who he is.
very poorly.
I also like that they killed her.
I do too.
It was so unexpected and powerful than that, because it's such a like lighthearted, like he's killing other people, but it's just still like it's this simple film, and you're like, oh, you care for him.
And I like that she's not just a red shirt, where it's just like, oh, she's gonna, or this character's definitely gonna die.
Yeah, no, you think it's like
some unimportant actor that doesn't really have too much. It's just an emotional connection. Totally gonna die. No,
she's built up.
Oh, more rape.
Yeah, there's another rape scene. Okay. I'm telling you which rape scene. Ray Wilson gets raped by a guy in prison in that one. He gets raped by Ellen Page. Liv Tyler gets raped off screen.
That's the one
repeatedly.
I don't like.
Yeah,
that one. Like when I was, you could hear it. Like it was disturbing.
That's the most harder one, because she's drugged up and all of that. It's just and passed off from Kevin Bacon as well. So like she's used up.
It's like
she's used up. What am I gonna do?
Yeah.
Why?
Like a Christmas tree on the side of the road.
Just
I'll struggle with
yeah. So that's why
not very much
Kevin Bacon is he's some bad dude in this one.
So like with this FBI agent though, now this scene bothered me a little bit that he didn't go and look at the closet, but whatever.
It's such.
I know that was for humor, and I'm like, okay.
I think part of it is just because it's this small town thing going on, and
But he disappears and dies, and
we don't learn the rest of that story.
yeah.
That's not something we learn the rest of at this point.
And I mean,
we're only following a specific part of this.
And I guess he left without telling anyone that he had this brilliant, because he had an epiphany, and then and then the next thing you know, he's coming here.
Well, he doesn't,
and then he gets shot. So
he doesn't know the stakes at which it's at.
Yeah. So he didn't tell. So I mean, there is some maybe justification, except that his car would have to be there, and
But if you're looking at in the other things of in the first time why he doesn't look in that closet, all it is Rainn Wilson said that this guy took his girl, and he's overreacting about that. It's like, all right, that's all right. And then they say these other things about a superhero out there. but it's not, at that point, it's not going after anyone connected to him. There's nothing really tying that in the first sketch drawing.
And I'm not necessarily saying that he or she should be suspicious of him being this guy. It's just if someone's going...
I think he just thinks that this guy's a weird guy because he's a weird guy. And he must be friendly with him. They've got to have some sort of past relationship.
It would just have to be that he's a nice cop. Like,
yeah, I think he's a nice cop and he's a nice guy. And it's just, I think it's like, all right, so you're a weird guy. That's all right. I'm not gonna worry. I don't want.
It'll happen every once in a while, and man, it's so nice when you.
Yeah, it could be that thing of like maybe he thinks he's got some pot in there or something, or his belongs in there, and he's like, as a cop, like I don't really want to see it. So like, if you're hiding something in there, I don't think it's anything.
Or at least
bad.
by FBI, he's just like better things to do. Right?
Yeah, if he had reason to think that he had lived out of his body in there for some reason, that would be the thing that would tip him off. But as far as he knows, he doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, I dismissed this more. Like I said, it was more. I guess I don't know. I would have thought that.
Yeah, it's a little odd, but that's the thing. Like thinking of his thoughts of giving it up and how long that takes. Some good stuff. I like it. Yeah, some good movies. So what'd you rate this movie, Steffan? This was your first time.
You broke on me.
Totally broke on you.
We're not broke on.
What?
Anyway, I gave it a 4.
A 4?
Yeah,
That's good.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I liked it.
I like that.
It was a good movie.
Yeah.
Netflix thought I'd give it a 3.7.
I want to go back and see what it thought it would give me. I gave it a 4 though. I also give it a 4. I really like this one. It's good. Well done gore. I like well done gore as well as a good story too.
For the purposes of this is the type of movie I want more of that. I put 5, but I would give it a 4.
Okay.
If that was,
Really 4.
yeah, so 4.
You can still give it a 4. It'll still give you stuff like this. Like you don't have to go too crazy with the what it thinks later. Like you basically want to do that if it's like
I mean,
can you get into the 2 or 3 level where you're like, do I give it? I want to give it 2.5 because it's dead even, but I'd like to see more like this. Then you'd give it a 3, and that's still to like it. But 2 is didn't like it. So that's where you're like, when it's getting that half rating, that's when you have to think of that. But I wouldn't go a whole star above it because.
But based purely on just the fact that, like, in the top 10 recommended for me, like, I'll get things that they think I'll rate a 2.5, and I'm like, I don't know, I'm getting that.
Yeah,
you could probably rate things.
I like how overly sexual those two are in this Jesus thing.
And she's hot too.
It's like it's okay because it's a Christian television show, and you know that every person working on that show has ulterior motives for all of that, and they don't care about the morals of it. They're just putting it out there, and they're seeing what they can get away with. It's terrible.
It's funny.
So yeah, good stuff. Yeah. Any other further thoughts on this movie?
No, pretty much covered it all.
You get it. It's just fun to watch. It's like a nice one I like to watch every so often, or show to new people who haven't seen it. Like, show them the glory that is this movie because it's a fun one.
I haven't really been exposed as everyone else to Ray Wilson. So.
That's good. I think I really like Ray Wilson, but it's good to keep it in moderation too.
I think it helps that I haven't really been exposed to his humor.
Because you can get overdone with it, but I think he did a great job with this one.
Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
No, not Will Ferrell, only Steve Carell.
Everything Will Ferrell.
My argument for Will Ferrell is if he's the main character in a comedy, it's not going to be that great. But if he's a supporting, it's going to be amazing.
Have you seen that?
The only exception for me is Anchorman.
Yeah, Anchorman's the Will Ferrell exception.
That's just so freaking good.
Dude, Step Brothers is funny.
I've seen it, but I've been told I need to watch it multiple times, and I don't like it, and that's just the...
I just know whenever he's a supporting character.
Well, the one where he lost his job.
Because that's just the right amount of Will Ferrell.
Well, yeah. That one's a good one.
You saw that one?
It's not really a comedy, though.
It's a dramatic comedy.
Yeah. Stranger Than Fiction?
Yeah, Stranger Than Fiction.
Stranger Than Fiction.
No, not that
that's
one.
like a drama.
Oh.
Different one. We'll talk after.
Alright, we'll talk about it. We don't want to discuss movies on the show.
Yeah.
Well, it may be one of my next picks. That's why.
Okay. So next week... Oh, now I know what you're talking about. I like that one. Anyway. next week. So it's my pick, right?
Yeah.
Is it? All right.
Yeah, Tony just picked.
Yeah.
That's my pick.
Not again. No more for you. It's gonna be another superhero movie.
Superman Returns.
So
Kevin
Spacey.
Yeah, I was just like Kevin Spacey.
Oh, okay. So because we're in October now.
We're in October.
I really wanted to do let's do a bunch of horror movies. Let's do some good stuff.
Hey, I only have to pick one.
Yeah, no, you don't have to pick one.
I only have to pick one.
Now, but then the other part of me was thinking, I was searching through all the stuff on Netflix. I'm like, well, we've kind of talked about a lot of the ones I really want to talk about. And
that's true, yeah, because we already did the Evil Dead.
I don't flat out hate there's horror, but
kind of already did Cabin in the Woods. So
yeah, so it's there wasn't really a lot for me to go on. There's a lot of them on Netflix that I want to watch that I haven't seen yet, but I don't like to pick stuff I haven't seen. So I'm going to go with a movie that it
doesn't necessarily have to be horror. It could just be
it's as the thriller.
Like Old Boy. I think it'd even be acceptable, that kind of a film, or even Irreversible. To be honest.
Yeah. So I'm saying all those ones I've already picked. So we might post some other stuff or do some special things, but I'm going to say my pick for next week is going to be one that I've just been wanting to discuss since it came on Netflix. It is one that sounds like a horror film. And it is called There Will Be Blood.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I've seen that.
Have you seen it?
It's about a girl in her period for the first time, right?
Yes, it is. So, check out...
It's an amazing horror film. It's one of my favorites.
Super heavy flow.
Alright. So check it out. Netflix. There Will Be Blood. There will be plenty of jokes to be made
It's about the Red Sea.
Period!
Well,
it's about the Red Sea and how it was created.
Interesting note, when this movie came out, it came out the same year that one of the Saw movies came out that used that as a tagline as well. So the tagline is There Will Be Blood. Anyway, next week we'll discuss There Will Be Blood. And thanks for watching.
Interestingly starring Daniel Day-Lewis.
No spoilers.
Really?
Spoilers.
I think he's lying.
Alright, we'll discuss next week.
I just wanted to give them another hint that wasn't...
Alright, it's not about periods. There you go. It is a period film, though.
Yeah.
Oh!
Well, see you next week. Thanks for watching.